What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Today, I'm gonna tell you a story that feels less like a news report and more like a damn mob movie. This is the story of Albert Big Ross, an Atlanta kingpin who built his life like a scene straight out of Goodfellas. Big money, big dreams, and big paranoia. Ross was 53 years old when the feds finally caught him. But make no mistake, his story starts long before they put handcuffs on his wrist. This wasn't some small-time hustler. This was a man moving 2,000 kilos of coke from Mexico to Atlanta, tied to the CJNG cartel, one of the deadliest crews out there.
The leader of a violent drug trafficking organization who directed approximately 2,000 kilograms of cocaine from Mexico into the U.S. Albert Ross, also known as Big, 53, of Stone Mountain, Georgia, was sentenced to serve the statutory maximum of life imprisonment. Working with co-conspirators, investigators discovered that Ross directed individuals to transport large quantities of cocaine from Texas to be distributed to Ross's customers and associates. Ross's organization was supplied cocaine by a source in Mexico, affiliated with the Cartel de Jalisco Nueva Generación, CJNG. Jalisco Cartel is considered by the Mexican government to be one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in Mexico. Ross sent more than $2.5 million in payment for the drugs to his cocaine source in Mexico. Ross is connected to past large drug seizures in Georgia. In March 2018, Ross and his business partner purchased approximately $4 million of cocaine for transport from Texas to Georgia. The FBI Athens agency initiated a long-term investigation focused primarily on Ross's cocaine distribution activities. Through the use of many investigative techniques, including wiretaps, physical surveillance, vehicle trackers, and confidential informants, investigators discovered that Ross directed individuals to transport large quantities of cocaine from Texas to be distributed to Ross's customers and associates. Ross's organization was supplied cocaine by a source in Mexico affiliated with the Cartel de Jalisco Nueva Generación, CJNG. Agents learned that Ross and co-conspirators flew to Mexico City in August 2019 to meet with Ross's CJNG cocaine supplier and his cartel boss to negotiate a deal. Ross was supplied with cocaine. During the same period, Ross sent more than $2.5 million in payment for the drugs to his cocaine source in Mexico. In December 2018, law enforcement agents received information from a confidential source that Ross was moving a large amount of cash from illegal drug sales from Atlanta to California using private aircraft. Agents observed men leave Ross's Boulder Crest Road stash house and board a plane at Peachtree DeKalb Airport with 4 suitcases and 2 backpacks. Law enforcement agents in California were waiting and seized more than $2 million in drug proceeds from the luggage. Ross also would transport and distribute large shipments of marijuana from a region in Humboldt County, California known as Murder Mountain. Ross was ultimately arrested on September 23, 2021, at his home in Stone Mountain. Agents found more than $300,000 in cash wrapped in tinfoil and vacuum sealed in black trash bags inside Ross's bedroom closet. Inside an Atlanta area bar owned by Ross, agents seized more than $600,000 in drug proceeds. During the investigation, law enforcement seized a total of $3,164,210 cash, 73 firearms, 165.22 kilos of cocaine, 1.32 kilograms of fentanyl, over 11 ounces of heroin, 1.3 kilograms of crack cocaine, over 12 pounds, of crystal methamphetamine, over 25 pounds, of marijuana, and 198 doses of controlled pharmaceuticals.
Stone Mountain, Georgia. That's where the king had his castle. You walk into his bedroom closet, you don't find shoes. You don't find clothes. You found $300,000 cash, wrapped in foil, sealed like some damn Christmas presents. At his bar in Atlanta, another $600,000 stacked up. Everywhere he went, money followed, but so did the feds. And this is how the game goes. For years, he was untouchable, living like a movie character, thinking he wasn't gonna get touched. But the feds don't sleep. They tap your phone, follow your car, put trackers underneath your ride. They build a case piece by piece. In 2018, They said Big Ross bought $4 million worth of coke and hid it behind a false wall in a tractor trailer on I-20. The state troopers found that. That was strike one. They suspected he was using private jets from Peachtree DeKalb Airport to transport coke. FBI and DEA pulled $2 million out of his luggage in 2018. That was strike two. But the feds were not done yet. They watched his crew selling coke out of a house in College Park like it was a corner store. One of his co-defendants was feeding dope through Middle Georgia, feeding the whole pipeline. All of it pointed back to Big Ross. See, this how the game trick you. At first, it's just fast money and respect. Stacking millions, owning boss, being the man everybody call boss. But in the shadows, the feds are building a movie of their own. And you gonna be the star, whether you like it or not. When they finally raided his house in 2021, the whole thing came crashing down. 3.1 million in cash, 73 guns, including machine guns, 165 kilos of coke, 11 kilos of heroin, 12 pounds of crystal meth, 25 pounds of weed. See, that's the twist. This wasn't just a cocaine story anymore. He had everything in his closet, from weed to fentanyl, and that's why the feds hit him with life. Not one life sentence, two, with no parole. The game always ends like this. Ross even went so far as ordering a man killed over a lost drug load. Once you hit that level, you not just hustling, you at war with the world. And the judge made it clear. The music stopped, the lights went out, the dream was over. Ross got 2 life sentences, and the courtroom heard the words, no parole. The Fed said it straight. He deserves every day behind bars for the pain he caused Georgia. And you know what? As much as it sounds like a movie, it was not. It was real life. And real life don't cut to the credits when the police kick your door down. This story is not about glorifying it. It's about recognizing that what looks like a movie always ends in a cell. Ross lived like he was Goodfellas, like he was Scarface. But the final scene is him in prison greens. And that's the lesson. You can stack cash, you can own balls, you can play the kingpin. But the game don't let you retire. The game don't let you walk away clean. The game only ends one way. Dead or in prison. And Albert Big Ross, his movie ended with 2 life sentences. And that's the reality of the game. No sequel, no comeback, just federal time and memories of what was. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.